Okay, here's the Olds442, 75 Olds. Excellent quarter panels. Never had any patches in these things. Really nice door bottoms, nice rockers. This fender's had some work in the bottom of it. You can see exactly where it's had the work done. The other side, you can kind of see they put in a little piece here and they welded it in, a backer piece. And missing a bolt here for the fender. Pretty nice bright work on the car. Nice bumpers, nice grill. Kind of hard to find stuff in good shape. It's a pretty nice car. I mean, body-wise, you know, it's built pretty good too. Nice fender bottoms here. Didn't look like there's been any work on that one. No work on the door bottoms. Nice rockers. Really super nice quarter panels. Just not a bit of rust on the outer body of this car. Pretty nice rear bumper and bright work, and all the plastic around the tail lights are good. Drop downs are good. And one little rectangle piece put in here on this drop down. Other than that, pretty nice. Nice trunk floor. There's been a fuel cell put in the trunk, and there's a Holley fuel pump. They cut this, moved it down, put in a panel here, welded that in. That'll pass tech. You know, it's all sealed up on the inside of the trunk. It's got a spool in it. I don't know what gear is in it. That was in there prior to me having this car. Nice Flowmaster exhaust, newer exhaust. A G-force cross member in it. Nice cross member. Got the headers, and you know, they're not leaking. All pretty good. Got a little drive shaft tube there. This is the rear floor pan. There's been a piece tack welded on top of here to cut a rectangle out, put a piece in there. Small piece there in the front. Pretty exceptional floor pan piece there. Here's the driver's side rear. Had a little bigger rectangle put in there. The floor is, you know, for the most part, pretty decent in the car. Now here's the biggest repair that's been done rust-wise on this car. You can see where they've cut this out. All in here. This is your driver's side where your feet rest. You know, he cut it out. It was rusty. And welded that piece in over the floor. Now that, you know, if you're a welder, that's going to take you about a day or so to fix, or depending on how nice you want to make it. I mean, you know, it's not cheesy to the point to where it's going to come out or your feet's going to come through or anything like that. I mean, it's welded in nice, you know, it separates you from the outside of the car nicely, and it's dried, doesn't let a bunch of water up in there. But it's, you know, mediocre. I mean, that's D+ body work right there, I'll be honest with you. And I'm even trying to sell the car, but nice frame. Frame's not rusted out on it. Yeah, it's got, you know, newer shocks in it. As far as the fact that this car's been turned into a drag car, it was done pretty well, really. And they didn't really change a whole lot on the car. Training lines ran through the frame up here, which I do like that. keeps it isolated. There's your cooler. I've got the inner fenders, and they're nice. But yeah, pretty nice old car. I mean, just really, it is. It's a pretty good old car. This was a nice car before they turned it into a drag car, and still is a nice car. And really, with a gear change, I mean, you could drive this car on the street. It's got some drag radials on it. Nice wheels. You know, the guy that built this car, he built everything. He bought it all new and really didn't spare much expense on building this thing. I mean, you know, I'd say my only issue with the car, which really isn't that big of an issue, is that floor patch on the driver's side. I mean, but to me, that could be, of course, I'm a metal guy, you know, I could fix that with really not much of an issue, but it all just depends on what you want and what you want to do with it. I mean, if you're going to race this car, you'd probably just leave that in there. Wouldn't even fix that piece, but nice front tires, new. And the drag radials are pretty new too, but they've been used and abused. They're not dead yet though. They still got some life in them, but all depends on your own opinion. So there's the tour of the bottom side.